Self-love has always been something very interesting to me, something I felt I needed and was definitely missing. But the process to accomplish it remained very much a mystery. I read about it, I imagined it, I recognized it in other people, but I wanted it for myself. I wanted the relief of not having to constantly battle with my own inner issues. I wanted growth, to live my best life, and I wanted to be the best me. A life where I could fully love and accept myself. In this pursuit of self-love, my main two goals were to raise my self-esteem and raise my self-awareness. Hence, the Remani Love Project was born, and I set out to speak and share the experiences of a range of women to not only encourage myself, but others, that we're not alone in undertaking this beautiful yet challenging journey.
Self-love means to me like centering myself. It's kind of like rejecting as well, like all these ableist, kind of self-shaming things that, that is internalized through like my environment and through like, different situations and things I've been in. So like self-love is centering myself and enjoying being myself, like enjoying, like it may be the way I look and things I do, like I like having fun with myself. I don't know. It's not really ever an exact moment. As I was like a teenager, I feel like I missed out on my teenage years because I was very, very like, I don't know, I felt invisible, and in some ways I still feel that now. Yeah, when you're on your own, you think a lot and you're with yourself. So I'm just thinking like, you know what, I'm the best thing to ever happen to me and my being. I never necessarily there was times where I was like, I need to really love myself. But I think it's always a message that is always thrown out in the sense of like, you need to love yourself, but people don't understand, like I read in between the lines now. When people say you need to love yourself in order to get love, it's a very, very victim blaming kind of way. It's very ableist because you didn't put yourself in a situation where you feel like you don't deserve love. You never ever put yourself in that situation, ever. You haven't. It's things that come with it that make you put yourself in that position. Like I no matter how much I treat myself, I'm deserving of love from other people and I'm deserving of love to myself. I will always know my worth. Period. Like no matter how hard I find things, I will always know my worth. Going back, it's literally kind of like almost rebirth. Like you're going back to the start where you knew there was nothing wrong with you. It's literally rebirth. Like wait, there's nothing wrong with you in the beginning. Like literally nothing wrong with you. Like changes will happen, and it's like it is always hard to adjust. But yeah. My culture and my identity is always something that's going to be reinvented all the time sometimes, but there's a part of it that's always like fact, that will always stay. I'm black, I'm British, and I'm Nigerian, it will always stay. And then there's parts of it that I enjoy, like knowing that there's other people who are like black British like me, or black British Nigerian. You kind of like get their point of view of how they feel about it, and it's kind of like you reaffirm each other because you know or come from similar backgrounds. The barriers I've kind of like overcome have been like wanting people's validation, because people don't care at the end of the day, and being validated as a black person, as a black woman, or as a person who's queer, like I don't need people to validate me. The stereotype I always reject is the strong black woman narrative. Like, I'm a human being, I'm gonna break, I'm gonna crack, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna fall under pressure. I don't need to bottle that up and then put on a smile and kind of make everyone else feel comfortable. Like people don't see their mothers as human beings, they just see them as like somebody to bear and carry all the pain or worries of life and the worries of their children, and then keep going and smile. And I feel like my mother, she's been like that, learning how she is and what she's done. It makes me see my privilege. Like our humanity is very important and it comes first. I feel if I can get over I feel maybe if I can get over depression. That's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing for me because I feel like it's not like I hate myself. It's just like the things in my environment, you know, or whatever. It's, you know, it's just something. It's hard to like get over it, and it's very hard to like move past something. And it's just it's a thing that's led me that's taught me to be patient with myself. It's funny how like I went from like being after this mind to crying, and yeah, I mean it's not a thing of where like, oh, I'm sad for one day. It's like a period of time that is just like I have to kind of like really be delicate with myself and be patient with myself. So I mean, yeah, I feel like depression is my barrier, but I understand why. I don't understand what the roots of it are, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I know that it's not my fault, so I never blame myself for having those feelings.